Ah, welcome traveler. Come in, take a seat and put up your feet. Today, we are diving into a game called Going Medieval, a colony sim city builder survival game, where we will be cooking up some roleplay to enhance the gameplay. This is part 19 in our multi-part series, and if you'd like to see more of this, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Let's get cooking. Welcome back to Hearthguard. So, as you can see, not much has happened since our last episode, but I'm really happy with what we accomplished previously, and we're actually going to expand a bit on that this episode. So, in the previous one we went ahead and constructed the walls around our settlement, as well as the towers on the wall. As you can see, if we go through to this view over here, you can get a nice view of it. It's looking really good, and I'm really liking where it is right now. However, I feel some areas are still a little bit empty. Specifically, the town square. And, well, this area here as well, and this just seems a little bit lacking for me at this stage. But I think in today's episode we're going to focus on mostly this region here. We'll look at putting some new things into the town square itself, and maybe constructing something here as well. So, what can we possibly do? Well, I was thinking maybe we could add in a small structure over here that has outdoor backgammon tables. Kind of like what they have chess tables in parks, in city parks and so on. We could have a entertainment area, a small building that's not really closed off. It's open to the elements for the most part, but just a little small structure, something like a pergola or a gazebo of some kind. I'll see what I can throw together, and then maybe over here in the city square itself, we'll look at constructing some kind of tavern, or place where our settlers can get their fix for an alcoholic beverage. And then, as this is close to the entrance, any visitors that we have coming through to the settlement need a place to stable their horses, their donkeys, their animals of burden. So I think we'll construct a small little stable over here, just for some flavor. And then, of course, the update did bring, the previous update did bring this. Let me just find it quick. There we go, the gallows. And I think that this spot over here would be perfect for a gallows. It's nice, central, in the middle of the city itself, in the middle of the settlement, and if we do end up dealing with any prisoners or criminals, then we have some way to deal with them. But right, I think for first we're just going to deal with that, so let's jump to just clearing away some of this land, and yeah. And we're back. So, what have I gone and done? I have built this, or set up the blueprint for this, and it's a very simplistic little building. It's just going to have some limestone stone floors. It's going to have space for 4 backgammon tables set out from the center, and eventually we'll remove the center pole, which is just there for the time being, just to create enough scaffolding so that builders can get to the roof, where there'll be a iron grate situated into it, because at the bottom we're going to remove this pole and put a brazier in there, clay brazier probably, and there's no doors, just little arches, the fancy arches. But I hope that this is going to do its function. It's a nice centralized area for leisure and entertainment, so settlers can easily find a backgammon table to play at, and fulfill their needs. But right, we're going to let this run with speed build, and then we'll be right back.
In lands untouched by king or crown, where meadows green and hills bow down, The settlers sought their place to hide, a pergola, their humble pride. From timber strong and handsome course, with ancient oak they found a source, a shelter from the searing blaze, where games unfolded through the days. Underneath the leafy veil, the dice would roll, the board they held, laughter echoing through the glaze, where games unfolded through the days. The whispers of the river near, like tales of old they held so dear. The sun retreating neath the shale, their pergola, a heartfelt tale. In twilight's glow, they gather round, with stories rich and souls unbound. Backgammon games, a joyful song, beneath the stars where they belong. Through seasons wild, through frost and thaw, the settlers watched in quiet awe, the shelter standing proud and tall, a beacon that would never fall.
And there we go. It's done. It looks quite good from the outside. Let's have a look what's going on underneath the roof. So as we can see, very simplistic. Just some backgammon tables placed inside and a brazier, a clay brazier, just for some heat. I quite like these braziers that you get to use in the game. You can use them for a lot of things, and we'll actually be looking at quite an interesting use for one in the next episode, but you'll have to wait until next time for that. But anyway, so this has been completed. I quite like it. It's very simplistic. It serves its purpose just to fill in the gap over here, and we can look at maybe removing this flooring over here and doing something maybe with some trees. Maybe a tree in the center with a little pathway going around it just to pop up, have some greenery inside the city as well, the settlement. Right, but what are we looking at next? Next we are going to look at a tavern. Yes, I think a tavern over here is going to be quite nice to do. Although we'll have to figure out if we're going to be building it inside the wall, or are we going to use this pre-existing wall as part of the design. Right, let's jump in and come up with something. Right, so we are actually going to be using this pre-existing wall as part of the design. However, before we can start building in earnest, we do need to do some prep, and by prep I mean a cellar. Yes, so for any decent inn or tavern worth its salt, they're going to need a place to store that alcohol that they're going to be serving to their guests. And for that we're going to have to go yet again below the surface, dig out our old trusty cellar design, line it with some brick walls, and put in the support beams, the flooring, and then place a stockpile for alcohol itself. So it's a very simplistic design. We're just going to have a little ladder here in the corner going down 2 levels, and then it'll go through there. Here will be the walkway up to about there, and then that will enter and open up into this piece over here, which will be the cellar. As for the construction itself, I want to play around with something that perhaps has a small little garden in front. You know, a banister. We'll have an entrance over here towards the side, maybe a window through here. We'll place some tables along here to serve guests, and then a table in front of the stairs, and just a small little stockpile over here just to store the alcohol that we'll be immediately giving to, you know, to the patrons of the tavern. And then I'm thinking maybe we place a set of stairs over here and we go up another floor. But let's play around with the design and see what we can come up with. Right, so I did actually end up going for a 2-story design. And it's going to be quite interesting because this side of the tavern over here, this red, is going to be a flat wall, and I'm going to see if we can place some banners on it. Kind of like a signage advertising for any traders that are standing over here and looking over this wall and seeing that, you know, to look over this wall they're going to see the banners over there. Obviously you can't see it now because the building's invisible because it's not quite built, but yeah. As for interior, well, I think let's actually let this run and build, and then we can explore it after it's completed.
In days of old by lanterns light, settlers worked through dark of night. With weary hands they built the land and dreamed of tunes from minstrel band. The hammers rang, the saws did sing, to shape a place for hearts to bring. A haven found within the green, where tales and laughter could convene. For 'neath the stars they found their rest, to dance and drink the year's bequest. With fiddle, drum, and voices strong, in Builders' Haven they belong. They raised the beams and carved the wood, together where the weary stood. With dreams of mirth and joy to share, a tavern born from toil and care. Oh, lark and lyre, the flames did gleam, reflections of a crowd's bright dream. Through nights of song and morning's dew, a place where hearts remain true. As seasons turned and years did spin, the halls grew warm with tales within. From near and far they come to see the settlers' gift of revelry. For 'neath the stars they found their rest, to dance and drink the year's bequest. With fiddle, drum, and voices strong, in Builders' Haven they belong. For 'neath the stars they found their rest, to dance and drink the year's bequest. With fiddle, drum, and voices strong, in Builders' Haven they belong. For 'neath the stars they found their rest, to dance and drink the year's bequest. With fiddle, drum, and voices strong, in Builders' Haven they belong.
There we go. It's all done. And even a little sign here over there to show that it is, well, we'll call this one the Old Rusty Key, and that will be the name of our tavern. So let's have a look at it. Let's explore it a bit. So as I said, I wanted a garden out in the front, so I've just got and placed a red currant shrub plantation, which is quite nice. It doesn't stand out too much, but it adds a little bit of color as these red currants are going to go into bloom. As you can see, the banner that I mentioned, so when we have traders over here, they will see the banner up there, although they'll see the banner everywhere else in any way. But I do think it is just it's nice. Just it's a little bit something different. Then let's go have a look inside. So on the top floor, plenty of drinking space. That's very important. You need lots of space so that if you're a big party, you can take up, you know, both of these tables or just one. If you're just one or two people, you have one of these tables you can take. And hey, if you don't want to sit upstairs, you can always sit downstairs. And most bars and so on have or a lot of bars have some kind of jukebox or karaoke machine or pool table, foosball. You know, you get the point. Well, our tavern has a backgammon table, because apparently that's the only form of leisure that existed in medieval times, backgammon tables. Let's have a look at the rest. So over here we have the table where the innkeep will obviously serve patrons, and over there behind is just a small little stockpile with a very high priority for alcohol, so alcohol will be brought up here. We will just sometime have to go through the settlement and set all the rest of the stockpiles to only high instead of very high, so that this one does get #1 priority for that. But I'm quite happy with the design itself. I think maybe we can look at tweaking this. But it's wooden windows, so we can't change the design. Okay, no, that's fine. But still, it looks good, and I'm happy with it. And now we can look at putting in a stable. Yes, stable would look quite nice over there. Let's quickly throw up a fast design. Oh, there we go. Like I said, a small stable, very simplistic, just to get the job done. And inside we'll place stockpiles for animal feed, just to add a little bit of flavor, a little bit of aesthetic appeal to it. Right, well, let's get this quickly built, and then we'll look at what it turns out like. There we go. And I'm quite liking this. It works, it fits in. It's a little bit different. I've gone for a wicker roof instead of my traditional clay or wooden roofs, or even the hay roof. The wicker roof really works. I like it. And as for the inside, well, it needs to be dirt because obviously it's animals. Oh, we'll just get that removed. I missed that spot. And we'll go and make use of this flooring as well. Place this over there. And that will be quite nice, I think. Right, let's look at this spot over here. So I was thinking that what we would do is, obviously we'll place the gallows. And maybe we'll place them over here or here. I think maybe there. But then there's a lot of space open around it. So we might go have a look at... Let's really see where they are. Here they are. Some of these statues that we had previously. And we can look at maybe using some of them, or some... I think we have some more over here. Where did I... you know where they are. They're over here. That's right. There are some more statues over here that we can look at. That might be... Ooh, that's perfect. This fine and fine. Okay, great. Oh, and these are even the right statue designs. This is exactly what I wanted. So we can put it in something like that. And then we'll have 2 of these. And it'll look like a proper place of quote-unquote discipline. Right, let's quickly construct that, and then we'll have an overview of what our town square looks like at the moment. There we go, all finished. I think it looks great. It looks really, really good over here. The stables, the gallows, the tavern, perfect. Oh, I must remember to set these to do not harvest, because else that happens and we end up losing that red color. Oh well, but I think that looks fantastic. It really fills up that center. Well, obviously the town center, but it really does fill it up quite a bit and just makes it look more lived in, so to say. But I think that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you so much for joining and for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as that would greatly help the channel. If you would like to be kept updated as to new videos being released, then please hit that notification bell. If you have any feedback, suggestions or requests, leave a comment down below and let us know. Until next time, this is Roast Temp. Keep cooking.